Ladies and gents, welcome back to Off the Record, a podcast made by your favourite local record shop, Rockabuy Records. We're based in Oakham, in Rutland, in the heart of the UK. We have a ton of records in stock and everything from £1 all the way up to those rare, expensive records that you might be after. As always, I'm joined by some of my favourite people here. This is Chris, that's Tom, and Right Dad himself, my dad Dean. Good evening again, gents.
How we doing?
How you doing, Dan? You all right?
Morning, afternoon, or evening.
Start it the same every week, don't we?
Yeah, it's okay.
No script.
And I'll say it before.
He has no script. He's just off the.
Yeah.
He's never written that bit down at the start. I've never seen it written anywhere.
No.
It's word for word.
And it's
every week.
My favourite people.
Yeah.
No, some of my favourite.
Or some of my
Some of my
favourite
favourite
people. See,
Do you know what that is? That's 2 years of a BTEC in performing arts, that is. Learning scripts, mate. Yeah.
I thought I recognised it.
Yeah. Well, I've got it written down somewhere. That'll be worth something someday. Yeah, so we've got a kind of bit of a relaxed episode today. We're just gonna tell some stories from the archives. I think we'll call this one.
Yeah.
Horror stories from our past of record collecting and what we've bargains that we've picked up along the way, that kind of thing. Anyone want to start us off? I've got some stories. I don't know whether
We've got loads of stories in the shop, haven't we?
We have. Yeah. Can I just start mine with Brian?
Brian.
Brian. Yeah.
go for it.
Right. So Brian is he's a really, really, really big record dealer, and he had this record by Elvis. I think it was a 1973 press, and it had at the bottom Dynaflex written on it. And I thought, well, what? I've heard this Dynaflex. What is it? Is it a new label that RCA are doing? Because I've seen it on the Bowie stuff as well,
Yeah.
you know. And he said, oh, no, Dynaflex. Because there was an oil shortage in 1973, 74 and 70, they invented this new way of making vinyl.
Yeah.
And they called it Dynaflex. And he said, and you can almost fold the record in half because it's so bendy.
Yeah.
Right? And I went, no, really? He said, yeah, I'll show you. Gets the record and he goes, snaps in half. And he goes, well, that's a... Of course, I was laughing my head off. And I won't be taking that one.
That's class.
But yeah, it was
That's class.
That's one,
It's like Uncle Buck, isn't it?
Yeah.
That is.
My one story I always remember about Brian. Brian, yeah, good old Brian. Shout out to Brian.
Yeah.
Got
Yeah, he's
some
a good
decent
lad.
stuff from you, Brian, yeah.
Yeah, we've got some good suppliers, haven't we?
Yeah, we
Got
have,
some-
yeah, absolutely.
You know, we don't just get them from people who come in the shop
No.
who just want to sell them for a quick buck. We
No.
actually go out and
Well, that's
buy stuff, don't we?
that's how we price our stuff. If
And that's
you
how we
like.
get the good stuff
You know,
as well.
that's how we get our good stuff. So we'll always use Discogs, we'll always use the Price Guide, we'll always use eBay and PopSite, but we do go and visit our competitors, don't we? We always go out there.
That's how the
and-
shop started, wasn't it?
How the shop started. I mean, we've got dealers in Yorkshire. We've been up to Yorkshire a couple of times
Yeah.
to Bet Days. Shout out to Bet Days.
Yeah.
We've been to Vinyl Shakedown in Burbage. We've
Yeah,
been to
which is their first birthday at the end of the month.
their first birthday. Yeah,
Like
yeah.
ours.
So yeah, well done, Grant. We need
We've got
more.
loads. We've got
Yeah,
Market Deepin.
Market Deep.
Well, kind of.
Yeah,
We've got Spalding.
yeah,
Spaldy.
absolutely.
Going back to the nicknames again. We've got
Yes,
nicknames for all of them.
Yeah.
I don't know any of their names apart from Spaldy,
No, we've
Deepin.
got Mick at
Wired.
Wired, haven't we? Yeah. And no, but this is how we do our research as well. We go and say, oh, he's got his for £50.
Yeah.
Let's compete with that. You
Mine,
know what I mean?
ours a betting condition, so let's put
Absolutely.
60 on it and
Yeah.
see where
And
it gets
that's how
us.
is. But also, we get people now bringing stuff in to us of a high quality, which is why we that's why we get the good stuff, because we can,
But that kind of reputation hasn't happened overnight, has it?
No, of course not.
People
no.
come to us to not only buy good stuff,
Yeah.
but to sell good
Yeah.
stuff. You know, with how many Led Zeppelin turquoise have we had in here?
I
Just from people
yeah.
bringing them in, saying, I've seen you online.
We've had
Less-
we had 6.
There you go. And that
Six-
is rare.
6 in the shop. Yeah.
That is a rare record.
Yeah.
How many had you seen before this? The shop.
None.
No, I've never seen.
You'd never seen one.
Never seen one
and now you
before,
got. Well,
no.
if you'd never sold one, you'd have 6.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, we'll have 6. Yeah.
It's weird, isn't it? Because like before we had the shop, like talking about like ever spending like 1,500 quid on a record would be like, are you absolutely crazy?
Yeah.
But like 1,500 quid for that record, sometimes it's like,
That's a steal.
What a bargain! Yeah, get two.
Just want to say,
yeah.
Molly, if you are listening, I've never spent 1,500 quid on my entire collection, let alone a record.
All mine are found in charity shops, Kay. So I can't.
Yeah. I find
15
mine.
quid?
Yeah.
Once.
Yeah.
Carry on, sorry.
But if Molly ever brings her record collection in to us, you know that we'll give her the price that she thinks that you paid for them.
Yeah, even in the afterlife, you'll protect me.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But speaking of like dealers and speaking of charity shops, that's another place that we buy records as well, isn't it? And we'll openly
the
admit
thrill
it.
of
absolutely.
charity, the thrill of looking for a charity shop bin.
Yeah.
I mean, 99% of the stuff is rubbish.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jim Reeves' greatest hits.
Ken Dodd.
Yeah. Hey, there's another Ken.
There is.
Don't
Sometimes you get a Sound of Music.
Yeah, original.
Stereo.
Stereo.
I reckon there's enough Sound of Music soundtracks in charity shops to build a charity shop out of Sound of Music.
Yeah. With a Tubular Bells roof.
Yeah. There's so many, aren't there? I don't know how many they printed, but you just never go to a charity shop without seeing one.
Biggest selling album in 1964, wasn't it?
Was it?
Yeah.
What, Sound of Music?
I love that you say that like it's obvious as well.
Yeah.
Bigger than Hard Day's Night.
Do you know Hard Day's Night? I only found this out
See, I just
today.
got that off the top of my head.
Yeah.
See that?
Only found this out today. Hard Day's Night was the 8th biggest selling album of the Beatles. Can you believe that?
8th.
8th biggest
Wow.
selling, yeah. Yeah.
No, I don't believe that.
No, I don't either.
No.
I only found that out today.
8th biggest.
Yeah. There you go.
Well, that's that then.
Just what was I saying? What are we talking about? Stories.
Stories, yeah.
Charity shops.
Yeah.
Finding records in charity shops. We've found some belters, haven't we?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Any time.
Honestly, that's how we started.
Yeah, any time there's we've got a charity shop near your house, haven't we?
Yeah.
And when we did literally first open the shop 3 years ago, they used to hate us coming in.
We got banned, didn't we?
We did. We got barred. We got barred.
I remember seeing you on Facebook saying something about, what about the Led Zeppelin behind the till?
Yeah, and they wouldn't sell us records because they knew that we were obviously going to sell them on. Yeah, that's what we do.
Yeah.
But they wouldn't, no, you're not allowed in here anymore. You're going to sell that for more. Well...
Isn't that so? The guy who's looking at the rings and the guy who's looking at the ornaments, is he not doing the same as me?
And the lady looking at the
records?
clothes, who's got 14 different sizes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She has not got 14 kids.
The only person that's a small extra large.
But she's got, what do you call it? She's got a badge saying vintage written on it, so you know where she's going to sell them to.
Yeah. But, yeah, we found some bangers in record shops. I've found...
In charity
shops, sorry. Oasis, Be Here Now, original.
Yeah.
That was sitting there in Cancer Research, charity shop. £3.49. First thing I did was text you, wasn't it?
Yeah, you said you'll never get. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
You sent me the picture with the Cancer Research sticker on. I thought you unbelievable person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I was
Original.
gutted. I thought the amount of times I do the circuit of charity shops. Why don't I go today?
Yeah.
That day.
An hour earlier.
I'd have been made up.
Yeah, can you imagine?
10 minutes earlier.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter that this Stand By Me didn't play. It just
Doesn't matter, it's an original
Oasis.
Oasis.
Just the thrill, wasn't it?
But I found original Led Zeppelin in charity shops before, in Mind. Led Zeppelin 1, 2 and 3, all on Plum label.
Yeah.
£2 each.
I had a really nice Sgt. Pepper's at a charity shop once, and it was like, I can't remember which charity shop it was, but it was in their like premium box, £8.
Mm.
And it was nice, really nice.
Premium box.
Yeah, it's like these are the ones. These are
Behind the glass. Like
Jim Reeves and your boys are down there.
These are the bands you've heard of.
yeah, basically, yeah.
I think there was one of my favourite stories I can tell you is I found a record by a guy called Stephen Atkinson in a charity shop, and I looked at what it was worth, and I asked the person what she wanted for it, and I said, "What?" And she said, "Go, give us 20 quid for it." And of course I snapped her hand off because this was before I had the shop, right? This was probably 2 years before I had the shop, and I knew that the Stephen Atkinson album was a rarity. It was called Small Boats, rare record on LEJ label. And I thought, right, I'm going to put that straight on eBay, right? So I knew it was worth, and I put a starting bid of 235 quid on it, right? Immediately, I get a guy message me and saying, would you put that now as a buy it now for £235? So I messaged him out and said, why is that? He said, because it is such a rare record. PopPsych will do all the sales of eBay, but they don't list buy it nows.
So just auction.
Yeah, just auction. So if we can keep this number of this record, the quantity down, put it as a buy it now. So then, well, that's cheeky but genius.
Yeah.
You know, absolutely. So I said, well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll message
Buy
you.
it now, 400 quid.
I'll message you. I'll message you when I've put it on for 235 quid. And he goes, yeah, perfect. Anyway, messaged him. Sure enough, £235. Buy it now. Money straight into the account. And he said, have you done it? And I was like, what? He said, well, did you do it? I went, yes, I did. Why? He said, well, obviously somebody's beat me to it, haven't they?
Oh, no.
Someone beat him to it.
Somebody beat him to it in the space of a breath.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They'd
And
have
it was
had
like,
a-
People are waiting for it.
those moments I thought, oh, flipping heck. Why don't you
Unlucky,
just come
mate.
around the house and pick it up?
Yeah. Glass.
But that was
That's
a lesson learnt as well with PopPsych.
Yeah.
You know, that they don't do they only do auctions. They don't do anything with. So
I
that's
suppose
why the numbers are down.
Auctions, you get a true valuation, don't you,
Yeah.
of a record. So when people bring stuff in and they say, I want to sell this, I don't know,
Ken
Led
Dodd
Zeppelin.
album.
No, Led Zeppelin one. And you go, brilliant, yeah, that's worth about, they go for about 50, 60. But there's one on eBay for 250.
Buy it now.
Buy it now, yeah. It might have been there for 4 years as 250. You ain't going to get 250 quid for that.
No.
There's I hate to go on about Oasis, but there's a Oasis Columbia.
I love it.
Yeah, there's an Oasis Columbia promo, the first 1993 promo. It's been on eBay for as long as I can remember. Pick it up in, I think, Sheffield, $3,000.
Yeah.
And
Still on there.
I'm still watching it from when I opened my eBay account.
In 2016.
God knows, yeah. God knows when. And it's been on there forever.
Since Oasis were together, yeah?
Yeah, 2 years before the promo was released.
Yeah.
But I know, that's not, it's not worth $3,000.
Yeah.
But people think it is because
But that's what I mean. If someone was to
see
put
it, yeah.
If we was to get one in here, first thing we'd do is put $3,000 on it, wouldn't we?
You know we would. Well, because again, we've said it before, and we'll say it again. Find another.
Find
Innit?
another, yeah.
All right, there's one on eBay. It's been on there for 4 years, but
Yeah, find another.
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, I remember a story, completely changing the subject, by the way.
Go on.
I remember a story ringing you up one time. This is probably 10, 12 years ago. I was out in Cambridge on the market, and there was a bookstall there that had a little box of records, just the usual stuff. And they had some Beatles in there, like two or three Beatles ones in there. And I knew Dad was collecting Beatles stuff at the time. Mary was looking at the books. I was looking through the records. So I rang Dad and I was like, "How do I know if a Beatles record is worth something?" And he said, "Well, you wanna really look for the gold parlophone, which, if those people at home don't know, is a very, very expensive record." On either mono or stereo, regardless. Stereo is obviously really, really expensive. So I was looking through the records and just having a look. And while I was still on the phone to Dad, and he was explaining to me, it's taken so long to explain to me what all the different records were. I just walked around the corner and started looking at some of the books as well with Mary. Couple came along and started looking through the box, and I was on the phone to you. And I was saying, right, so if it's got a gold label on it, it's good. If it's got a silver label, probably only worth a tenner or so. This couple were looking through, picked up a Please Please Me and walked to the till straight away. Looked at the label, listening to me.
Damn it.
I don't know what was in it.
Yeah. I didn't see it.
Yeah,
I was going to say, is it known?
It was enough for them to take it straight away to the till with the £10 label on it.
This guy knows what he's talking about. We'll take it anyway. Yeah.
So if you're out there,
Yeah.
You owe us a Please Please Me.
I hope you're
Please,
happy.
please, me.
Man, I took a picture of him. I've still got a wanted poster in my
Throwing
in my
darts
It was
at
almost
him.
Yeah, if you'd have actually seen the label, it would have been enough to slide tackle him in the car park.
Yeah. But haunts me to this day whether that was, a gold stereo for a tenner, because they were all like 10, 12, 15 quid. Yeah, they were fairly good priced anyway. Do you know what I mean? I was tempted to buy them, but I was a student at the time. I was like, I'm not going to spend tenner if it's not
Yeah, you
worth
don't
a
want to
tenner.
spend 300% of your week's
Exactly.
money.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But yeah, haunts me to this day whether that was it was enough for them to pick it up, look at the label, and take it straight to the person, and not look me in the eye while I was listening to it. I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
I think I rang you back as well, and I was like,
Lost it.
I was like, we need to have a code word for next time. I'll just tell you
Safe
some. I'll just tell you some stuff like, so if it's gold and black, it's not worth anything. All right, that's fine then. Yeah.
Put it back. Well, is there any... So, just thinking of a random point.
Yeah.
Records that you haven't bought but you wish you did. Regretted any purchase that you didn't buy.
You've had them in your hand.
Had them in
and
your
then
hand,
you've
had them in
gone-
your basket, or maybe had the chance to buy it but never did. Go on, have a think about that.
Well, you told me last week the Taylor Swift folklore.
Swift, yeah.
The pond sessions. I've seen loads of them.
350 quid now.
Yeah, seen loads of them. Like just in record shops, just like, all right, that's what was released at Record Store Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently they're worth a lot of money now. Didn't even realise. Yeah.
I'd say a lot of Sun stuff we've looked at, haven't we? Me and you have been following loads on eBay.
Yeah, there's
And
been
they're
like
cheap.
Elvis acetates. We've gone like,
Oh, yeah.
right, 50 minutes left.
Oh, we're
It's
going
on
halves.
400 quid. It should be on $2,000. What we doing?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it was like, I remember going, it went, the one in particular, I can't remember exactly which one it was, but it was Elvis acetate of something.
It was a
The
78,
guy had
wasn't it?
loads, didn't
Yeah, he did, yeah. But they're all bought from Graceland auctions,
Yeah, they're all
weren't they?
proper stuff. Anyway, and we had it. And it went, I remember it going to 2,100.
Yeah.
And I went, oh, thank God for that. I was like, why? Because I said $2,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I look back, especially now, I think from doing this and listening to music perhaps in a bit of a different way this last year or so, basically not just listening to indie rock, listening to other things as well.
Yeah.
Thinking like, I should have just took a punt on that. Just took a punt on that and just gone Butlins from Honeymoon.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the amount of chances that we've had to buy a Sun record, but they just don't come up anymore, do they? We've bought one. We've got one coming now, haven't we?
Yeah.
But how long does that take? We've been here 3 years and I've never ever seen an Elvis Sun.
Nothing to do with.
Have you ever seen an Elvis Sun single?
Never. No.
Never even held
one. No. Or
Huh?
no.
Mystery
held-
Train as well.
I've held many, repros
Yeah.
and stuff, but never ever seen one.
But for years we've had loads of chances to buy them. We just never have. And now you look on eBay, you look on Discogs, they just don't exist.
No.
They're just not there anymore.
I think as well, if you were to go back 10 years, when records are still, well, I think it's more streaming and downloads.
Yeah.
They're the height of music, people listening to music. What could you have picked one up for, do you think? 200 quid?
Yeah.
If that, it'd have probably been on eBay.
I know one
Yeah.
of my friends in Peterborough, Steph. He's a massive record.
When was the last time you saw him?
But he's not very well.
Oh, right.
I can't go and see him because he's not very well. So,
I was gonna say, is he a good mate?
Heads up. No, he's a good lad, Steph. I've bought some really good stuff off of him. Did some good doo-wop stuff, some good rock and roll stuff. And but But he had a whole collection of 78s and 45s.
Son.
Yeah, yeah. But he used to. But he was a big rock and roll.
That's just sick,
rock,
doesn't it?
I know it does make you sick. But he's been
The best label.
He's been doing record fairs forever. Do you know
The
what I
best
mean?
label,
So
Sun.
he's picked him up, you know, and he used to tell me that he'd do a record fair and he'd take like $4,000, but he'd spend it on his own stuff.
Mm.
You know, wouldn't ever come back with any money. He'd just come back with records for himself. You know. But yeah, that was yeah. I've never seen it. I think one of my albums that I really, really wish I'd have bought. I don't really like it as an album.
Yeah.
Right? It's just something to own, you know? And it was an Amazon special of George Michael's Symphonica.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And you could have bought it on the day. I remember having 2 in my basket to buy.
Yeah.
You know?
25 quid. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, they'll be all right. And now you can't buy from less than $1,000.
Yeah.
I know my mate, I know Richard down
Even
at
cars less than worth.
I know
less than
Richard
that.
down at Love Records in Melton. He's got one.
Is he?
Yeah, but he hasn't got it for sale. He bought it for his wife for Christmas, and he paid. I think he told me he's paid $450 for it. So
Coming down.
which is
Coming
coming down. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
then, like,
The
like we
thing
said,
is,
you know,
you will get someone that needs 200 quid, and it's very, very sad that people get in this way. But the unfortunately, records are a lot of the time the first thing to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
the amount of people we've had come in saying
Yeah.
they're desperate for money. What can you give us for this?
Yeah. And then
Not naming any
sometimes you
names.
feel guilty because you don't take them.
Yeah, because you think,
I
how much do you want for it?
I'm really sorry, but Landfill would even refuse that lot.
Yeah.
I've got Ken Dodd. I've got Jim
Yeah.
Reeves.
Yeah.
Put them in one side of the bin, they go out the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think
Anyway.
again that's what people think because records are coming back.
They think that they're all worth
they think
hundreds.
they're all worth money,
Mm.
but
You find that with
nobody's buying. Like you say, nobody's buying that genre of stuff that they were buying in the 50s and 60s because that generation has disappeared.
Yeah.
You know.
I find that's quite a trend with charity shops, though, as well. Is that most of them have got a record section now, haven't they?
yeah.
And as soon as they see a record that they recognise the person, they'll put a high ticket price on it.
Like
For
Elvis.
absolutely no reason. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they'll get an Elvis GI Blues in and they'll put it on 50 quid. But
Yeah.
bear in mind, that album sold millions,
Yeah.
didn't it?
I've seen.
Flipping
42
millions.
copies here.
Exactly. We're flipping millions of them.
I've seen.
I got 3.
Like I've seen like Lionel Richie, like
Yeah.
that we'd sell in here for what in the bargain bin probably.
Yeah, it'd be five.
4 or 5 quid. I've seen them in charity shops for 30 quid,
Mad, isn't it?
35 quid, just because people know who Lionel
Yeah.
Richie
Like
is.
Richard's got to be rare.
Yeah,
It's got to be worth
gotta be
money.
worth.
The guys down the road from us, where we were banned from.
Oh,
He
yeah.
put a Duran Rio album out on the shelf for 65 quid.
65?
I've got it in there for £12, and I'm
Struggling to buy.
struggling to sell that.
And people think we're
Well, I'll have-
expensive. People kick off at us for being
Yeah.
expensive.
I'll take your 12 quid one. I'll take it down to him and say,
Go on, yours for 20, 30, if you want.
I'll go, look, mate, 35 quid and I'm desperate.
Yeah, but the charity
Snap
shop
your
won't
hand off.
give you any money
Yeah.
for them. Well, that's the thing.
I shouldn't do this, but
Why
I'll give it
can't
out.
you-
I'll give it out of my own pocket. Yeah.
And why is it always you feel you should be able to barter and haggle with a charity shop, shouldn't
Yeah.
you? Because at the end of the day, they haven't paid for the stuff.
Yeah,
Even
yeah.
if you give them. Even if you give them £1, that's 100% profit. Or what? My maths is not. I mean, if they
It's
give
100%
what is
profit.
it?
100% of zeros. Yeah.
Yeah.
A pound is, 100%, I think.
Well, I thought 100%
Question
of
to me,
zeros.
You actually
1p,
paid
innit?
350%
I don't know, what is it?
more than they got for the
I think
BA
it's all
now.
relative, isn't it?
Yeah, 100% of zero is nothing.
100% of a free thing. 100% profit is any money that you get for it, surely.
Yeah,
Of a free.
So what you
Yeah.
what
If you
you
get
pay
5
out,
pence
yeah,
for
what
it,
you
it's-
pay out, every penny you make over that, every pound you make over that is percent, isn't it?
Yeah, but if you pay zero for it, even if you make a penny, you get 100% of the profits. Anyway,
Yeah. Maths.
maths.
Yeah. Join our maths podcast next week.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Can I tell my Jimi Hendrix story again?
Yeah, I think people have heard it before, but it's a good story. So
Well, I like it. It's
Which Jimi Hendrix story is it?
it's the Electric Ladyland story.
Which one?
Which one? Is there 2 then?
Well, yeah, you do yours and I'll do mine.
Yeah, you do yours.
You do yours and I'll do mine.
Right, yeah. Oh,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
that's
Oh, yeah, I remember
yeah,
that one,
yeah. I know the one you're
I'm
talking
confused now.
talking
I'm
about.
not sure which one's
For
which.
those listening, we've told these stories before on TikTok, but it's
We'll do them on here because we can go into detail.
Yeah. This is
So,
the 5-minute version.
So I bought this Blue Text or Blue Ghost Text Electric Ladyland double on track, first press, really, really nice copy.
Second press.
Was it second?
Blue Text is second.
Right.
Hey, did you see that?
Again.
Did you see that?
We've hit the 99.
Yeah.
Blue Text is
Blue Text is second.
okay. So
White Small Pictures is first.
oh yeah, I'm be telling me this. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You telling me this? Flipping.
Yeah.
Never heard him say that before.
That's 100 there.
Well, you always been my Jimi Hendrix go-to and my Led Zeppelin go-to because you always say, "Well, I've got this. What is it? Inverted feather. You take it."
Yeah.
And, anyway, so we get this second press, Blue Text Ghost press.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. That's
Correct.
Fine.
Yeah, correct.
Correct.
Chris absolutely adores
Finally,
this.
Big pictures, little pictures.
can't remember.
A and D, B and C.
A and B. It wasn't A and D, B and C.
Yeah.
Yes, but it was. I think it had record set one.
Records set 1 of 2.
One of 2 on it. Yeah, written.
Go on, as you were. Go on.
Yeah. I can't remember what the Matrix was. I don't know what it was. Anyway, I had it. If I could just grab a record like this, great album. Just say, just pretend that this is the Electric Ladyland. Just here,
Jimmy is sitting.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
just here on there. There was a tiny little nick out of it, and it showed a bit of cardboard. So I said to Mrs. Rockabuy, I said, "Look, can you find a colour?
I remember this story now.
Can you find a colour to just go into that, just to match it up with all your many felt tips of craft
In a craft room.
in a craft room that you got many felt tips of many colours?" She went, "Leave it with me. I'll sort that out. It'd be as good as new." And I almost felt like it was like Jerry doing that thing on Woody in Toy Story 2.
Yeah.
When he was doing.
It's got the glasses.
I thought it was going to be like that.
Yeah.
And then doors closed. All of a sudden, I heard this, "No!" And I went, "What's the matter?" And it was like that. "Do not come in."
Don't come in,
That's
please.
from extras.
Yeah.
Do not come in. I went, "What?" She's got a foot against the door. She won't let me in. So I'm like, "What's happened?" She said, No. You can't come in. You can't." I went, "Oh, come on, show me. What's the matter? What have you done? Have you put a pink bit on where it should be black?" "No, worse." And she's like, I think she started crying, So I said, "Oh, what have you done?" Anyway, so she opened the door for me. And what she'd done is she'd found the right colour. It was correct. But she thought she'd go one step further. And she had this laminate spray in a can, right? And she thought, right, I'll spray over the top of the Electric Ladyland. And the sleeve started melting. Right? It was like
Mr. Bean.
Like Mr. Bean.
moment, yeah, with
the
Whistler's mother.
Whistler's
mother.
Yeah.
Where he sneezes on it and he draws a big nose, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And I'd sold it already. I'd got the money for it, and of course I had to. It was
Nightmare.
a nightmare to say the least.
I remember it. I remember.
And
I think I was there.
Yeah,
Although at least you rang me or something like that.
yeah, and it was one of them.
Oh, did you hear
It was
that?
one of those moments where I thought, yeah, okay, I think your repairing days are done.
Yeah.
Although she did put an advert in Record Collector saying repairs done, didn't she? And I don't think
Yeah.
she's got any work from it.
I don't think she's repaired anything since.
I don't think she has.
Actually,
No.
if we get a record, we go, could you? Never mind, actually.
But now, just turning it on completely on its head, we've now got a laser cutter, right? Where we can make some stuff. So she's now going to town. She says, "Have you got any old records?" I said, "Yes, you can please destroy as many as you like."
Yeah.
So she says, "Look at this, look what I've done here." And she's made this little cut this hedgehog out of an old record. You've got dog tags with
Nice.
Jackson and Reba's name on out of an old record. This is genius.
Yeah.
Absolute genius.
Just don't give her a
Just don't give her
track,
any. Just
Jimi Hendrix or a Oasis or anything like that.
Don't give her any record sleeves to.
Yeah, I found this lovely one. It says Parlophone, but it looked like a wrong label, so you ain't going to sell
Not
that.
the same as the others.
Yeah, it's not the same.
Scrub that
So,
out.
yeah.
I've got a perfect yellow for that.
I'll do that. Yeah, that's a
Dean's
good
gonna
story.
love this.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Are you sure it said Parlophone, not Barlophone? Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Well, the other Electric Ladyland, it was in the other shop, wasn't it? In the old shop next door,
Yeah.
when it was just me in the shop. I don't know where you'd gone.
Yeah, I'll tell
You've
you
gone
what,
somewhere.
I know exactly where I was.
There you go.
Right.
This is,
I know
this
exactly.
is, I remember exactly where I was when this happened.
And you know
It's like a
where I was.
9/11
Where were
Princess
you?
Diana
I was
moment.
at Glenfield Hospital
Were you?
with Elsie. Yeah. Anyway.
Oh, and I was in the shop.
Yeah, he was in the shop, weren't you?
Some bloke comes in and goes, "I'm after an Electric Ladyland." I thought, we got a couple. I ain't got a Blue Text one because I'm still in the
Yeah.
still in the warehouse.
Still in the warehouse.
Yeah.
We've still got to find a front sleeve
Yeah.
for that one.
But I have got these two lovely ones. Oh, this one looks nice. So he pulled it out and we looked at it. And I asked him, "Do you want me to play it to you so you can hear how it sounds?" Oh, that's a good idea, actually. Yeah. I said, let's put my favourite song on. So I put
Crosstown Traffic.
went to put Crosstown Traffic on. I put it on track 3, side A, or whatever it is, track 3, and it doesn't play. It plays Burning of the Midnight Lamp or something. I thought, hold on a minute. Turn it over. Track 3, must have got the wrong side. Track 3, plays Burning of the Midnight Lamp again. I thought I was going mad. And I was
Yeah.
like, did I flip that over then?
Some kind of glitch in the
And
matrix.
the, and the mate go,
Yeah, yeah.
And the bloke goes, yeah, you flipped it over. Try again. Flipped it over.
Try again.
Let's do it again.
Keep flipping it.
It's
Kept
a
doing
magic
it.
trick, mate, isn't it?
And then I was thinking, old fire.
Yeah.
I said to the matey boy, I said, sorry, that ain't for sale. You can't have that one. And I don't know if we did have another one or if he did buy another one as it is, but the second he left, rang you, didn't I? So we've got a Jimi Hendrix album.
You got to come back to the shop.
Yeah, you got to see this. Yeah.
Tell me. I had to wait till I got there
Yeah,
for you to tell me.
you got to see this. I don't think it hit you straight away, did it?
No, because
You're like,
because
What's that? It's crap.
we have done some research and there's never
It
been
doesn't
one.
exist.
Hey?
Doesn't
It
exist.
doesn't exist. There's only we think it's the only one in the shop.
Well,
We also
In the-
think the only one in existence.
I was going to say.
Well,
Yeah.
you think how records are made? They're pressed together like that, aren't they? They're pressed, so you got side A there, side B there,
Yeah.
and they're pressed like that.
Yeah.
So it's easy to get a label wrong because you put a label underneath, label on top, and then they're pressed together, aren't they? But to get the same songs playing on both sides, it's borderline impossible, isn't it? I don't know how you do it
It's almost like
unless they put the wrong
Yeah,
master on it.
master. Yeah,
the master disc.
They must have done
someone.
that.
Yeah, someone's on final written warning
Yeah.
and gone like, okay, no, I'm going to get booted
So-
for this.
yeah.
With it again.
I've done it again. Quick, get rid of that. Get rid of that
Yeah,
disc.
fucking just send it out. One.
Yeah, so I don't know how they do it.
No, I don't either.
That's I've heard that story and I've held the record and all the rest of it. Like,
We're still
where
in the
did-
shop.
Yeah,
Still
I've- yeah.
But what price do you put on it? Because
Yeah, how do you sell it?
Because to somebody who is a Jimi Hendrix aficionado and they just want to collect everything and they're looking
It's
for
the
the
Jimi
Holy
Hendrix.
Grail, that I think is the Holy Grail.
Well, it is, yeah. There's one of one.
But
isn't
if
it?
somebody wants to hear Crosstown Traffic, that ain't your
Yeah,
record.
Yeah, if you don't like side B, then that's it.
Yeah. If you think there's only one side that lets it down, and this one's got bloody
Great
two of
career,
them.
yeah, great career. And he was good, but
But side A just lets him down a little bit. It's two of them here, mate.
yeah.
But you know, and the sad thing is that years ago, you would take that back to the record shop because it's a manufacturer's
It's
fault,
faulty.
and you'd get a replacement.
We do it nowadays as well, wouldn't you? Yeah. It's
We've had some that have come back where the labels have been in the middle,
of it, yeah.
in the middle of the,
I had,
yeah, the
playing
discs, yeah.
surface.
I had a copy of Snap by the Jam that had that with the misaligned label, and I did the bad thing of trying to advertise it to sell as a rare misaligned
yeah.
label, but it's basically someone's 1 minute to 5 on a Friday gone, okay, now
yeah.
Put it in. Cellophane that up.
yeah, get that done. That's
Stick it in the
500.
box.
Licked it like a stamp.
Yeah. That's me for 2 weeks now.
Can I just go and get a record? I'm just gonna
Yeah, sure, yeah.
For a second.
Yeah.
What's he getting?
There's a lot of flies
Fly
in
in
here.
it.
Yeah,
A lot
yeah,
of flies, yeah.
yeah. You can tell it's summer. Like,
Yeah, you tell that.
it's nice and warm in here at the moment. It's usually when it's cold when we've been recording these, but it's getting to that time of year where it's lovely and warm,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Which is bad for records.
Yeah.
So we've had
got
to sort the windows out in the record shop, haven't we?
Yeah, yeah. So yeah. Well, while Dad's getting his things, we'll just plug the merchandise on our website. Nice little segue. If you want to buy any of the T-shirts that you've seen in our podcasts or our
NASA ones, have we?
our NASA ones,
so-
yeah,
What? T-shirts.
yeah.
Yeah, we're not an
No,
official
that would be
Fred Perry
cool though, wouldn't
stockist
it?
Yeah,
either.
absolutely. Yeah. You can find all of that on rockabyrecords.co.uk. We've got loads of different stuff from all our catchphrases like "What better than Slash" and "Right Dad," like Dad's wearing now, and our logos as well. So catch all those on our website. You can't buy the groovy T-shirts like I've got. These are one of a kind.
That's a charity shop beauty
This
as well,
is a
isn't it?
charity shop
I
beauty.
can tell.
£5. This is It's missing 3 buttons on the bottom, so I have to tuck it in.
Wasn't that on shirt day on your stag weekend?
No.
That was that one.
I got loads of these.
Yeah, like, no, Dad, I've chosen to wear this.
No, I was wearing a nicer shit shirt on my stag. Yeah. It was good.
You was the best dressed on your bloody stag.
I think I probably
we were
was,
all
yeah.
wearing, weren't we?
Crap.
I don't know. I thought it looked alright. Go on. What you found?
So, if the camera can see this, this is an album on the label, right? Okay. I bought this collection off a guy, Tony from Peterborough. He used to, in Oakham. Sorry, he owned the label.
Yeah.
Right? And they created this new way of making a picture disc, right? And basically, what it was they get a picture and get side A of a plastic disc and side B of a plastic disc and glue them together, right? Some of them are really, really good. Anyway, he told me, he said, it was an absolute flipping nightmare because what we had was we had a load of kids and they're all stoned, he said.
Right.
And he said, but they were just gluing stuff together, and sometimes you'd get a side A and the other side would be a side A, you'd get a side B and a side B, and then some of the stuff was, I mean, that's the thing, that's the inner thing, some of the stuff was inferior glue they were using, so that's how it came. Like, I have no idea what this is, if that's a side A and a side A, or a side B and a side B, or if it's a real one. But these sell for big money on eBay, and what's his name? Dave's bought a few.
Punky Dave.
Punky Dave. Shout out to Punky Dave.
Yeah, he's a
But
good lad.
As you can see, look, they're just not. You can see just there, Tom. The glue is just it just hasn't worked.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is just another great little story of the stuff that comes into the shop.
Yeah.
You know,
We'll get all sorts,
yeah.
don't
Yeah. Speaking, I think one of my favourite stories of definitely the most memorable story of coming into the shop was, it was a nice sunny Sunday morning-ish, and just popped in to say hello. And in fact, no, I popped in to see this exact record. It was a gold Please Please Me. I think
Mono.
It would have been mono, wouldn't it? Yeah. And I had it in my hand, and I thought, wow, this is it. How much is it? And you were like, yeah, it was like, I'm after 1,200 for that. And I thought, bit out for me, especially with Molly waiting in the corner. I thought,
Yeah.
and
Enough cash.
anyway, give it back, and I had a quick look round. Bloke comes in and goes, that Please Please Me, I want to buy it.
It'd been in yesterday.
All of a sudden-
It'd been in the day before, hadn't he?
Yeah,
He looked
yeah.
at it, but he just couldn't.
And the man, now forever known as the Beatles man, the chat if you're listening.
Yeah.
He went and he looked at it, and he's there, and he's looking at the thing, and he goes, how much was it for that one? And you went, I'm after 1,200 for that one. And I instantly, then I'm tensed up. I'm like, is he gonna?
He ain't gonna do it. He
I
ain't
thought
gonna
1,200.
do
He's
it.
gonna be mortified when he hears that. And he goes, and he said something like, yeah, go on, then I'll have the Pink Floyd as well. Or whatever it was. I can't remember what it was. He had another one that was like 400 quid.
Yeah.
I remember his bill come to £1,400.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember it, yeah.
200.
Yeah.
So paid on the card, 1,400 quid.
1,400 quid. And And then he goes, any chance of a bag? And Dean goes, yeah, it'll be 10p.
10p for a bag.
And then,
Just 1,400 quid with me.
and anyway, he leaves. Anyway, and I'm stood there, picked my jaw up off the ground that someone's just walked in off the street, spent probably month's wages on those two records. I'm there with the Blues Brothers soundtrack at £4 in my hand.
And even then you're thinking,
Even then I'm going,
Mum is going to kill me at this.
yeah. And that'll always be one of my favourites. Experiences, just seeing someone just come and do that.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
nice.
Yeah, but there's you brought in a Guns N' Roses, didn't you, with a sticker sheet in, didn't you?
Yeah.
Had it above the counter.
It's mine.
Yeah,
I bought it.
Your copy.
My personal copy.
Just showing it.
Yeah.
Josh
and I
came
think
in,
I had to nip to go get the kids or something like
yeah.
that.
And Josh came in and he says, "How much is that Guns N' Roses?" And you just walked back in, and I said, "It's yours, Chris. You give the price." And he goes, and you said,
It's going to be high because I don't want to sell it. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And he goes, 175, and Josh goes, "Yeah, go on.
Yeah,
then."
go on then.
For goodness sake.
I've only had it a day.
That was the same with your opening weekend. Definitely maybe picture discs.
Yeah.
And you were like,
We had two,
yeah,
didn't
you were
we?
like, just put them on display. Don't want to sell them. And then there's people all of a sudden queuing up outside the door for these definitely maybe picture discs. Go for obscene amount because it was like they weren't for sale, but. I remember you ringing me saying, "I need definitely maybe picture this now."
Can I have your picture?
Yeah.
Just
Are you
sold
selling it?
two.
I was like, "No, I'm not really." And he went, "Name your price because I've got people. I've got people in here now, and I'm stuck." It was it was brilliant. That was when next door when you first opened. It was an amazing time, really, wasn't it?
It was, yeah, because I think I opened the shop basically with a couple of collections of records in my collection, wasn't it?
Yeah, basically. I was there on the first day, and I remember people coming in and buying Beatles stuff and Oasis stuff, and you were bloody, don't buy that. That's mine.
I really thought this was a museum.
Come look, but don't buy it.
Yeah.
And
I like the stories when before we had the shop was open. Me and you were out buying records, weren't we? And we went around that guy's house, and I said, "What do you want for your collection?" He said, "Oh, 250 will do." And we went, "Yeah, we give you 250 quid for it." And I rang Mum up because she was in charge of the money, weren't she?
Yeah.
And I said, "Can you just transfer some money over to this gentleman, please?" She
Yeah,
said,
how much?
How much? 250. How much?
It's gone
I'm like,
Yeah.
you went
nuts
nuts
about-
at me. 250. You got to rein it in, mate, because that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the
Now.
next deal was another 250. Then there's another. Then I went to this guy's house in Whittlesea in Peterborough, and said, "Yeah, I can transfer some money over to this guy, please." I said, "Yeah, how much is it?" I said, "750." She went, "Okay, cool. What's his name? Blah blah blah. How much is it? 50 quid." I went, "No, 750. I think she picked herself up off the floor,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
But now,
I still think make it a one and you got
make it one is the best, isn't it? When he invited us round, didn't he?
Invite us round, yeah.
And he had original Iron Maidens, original Metallicas,
yeah.
a lot of Slayer, unbelievable amounts of stuff in there. And what did you say? Like, how much do you want for it then? Make me an offer. How much do you want? You tell me. And you went,
the story is that if they don't know what they want for it, you just pick a number out of the sky and
just
work
go
from that, don't you? Because Pete's the best when people come into the shop. I said, "What do you want from him?" I said, "Well, I
you
don't
tell
know.
me.
You tell me. No, come on. You must know what you want. I haven't got a clue. All right, 20 quid then. Well, I want more than 20 quid.
well, you do know what you want then. You do
don't
know what you want. If you want more than 20 quid.
You just take a punt
Yeah.
at something, and that guy.
Yeah,
was-
just give me a number.
Yeah.
You tell me.
Now, come on. One more chance. Go on. Tell me. No, you make me an offer. I said 80 quid. And he went,
Make it a
make
one.
it one and you got a deal. I was
flipping
like, pass me my brown trousers. I was crap myself.
Make it a one.
Make it a wanna.
Make it a wonder and you got a deal. Go on then.
But that's what you do. You take a punt, and then people can tell you to either F off, or they can say, yeah, go on then.
Yeah.
They're no good to me. And look,
Yeah.
one, you've got yourself a deal, or two, you play tennis with them, don't you? Well, yeah.
But on the flip side of that, someone came in last week, didn't they? And I think their dad had passed away. Do you want to buy these records? And in there, Jim Reeves, Ken Dodd,
Your favourite.
rubbish. And there was a couple of Bowie albums, and there was a nice Aladdin Sane in there. And then there was a load of singles, a load of Beatles singles, but common ones. Nothing rare, all parlophony Beatles stuff. Looked through them, I said, look, what do you want for them? You tell me. Back and forth. I said, look, I'll give you 25 quid for the lot, and that's generous. They said no, didn't want a bargain, picked them up and walked out. Said, we'd rather give them to the charity shop. Like,
God.
go on then.
I'd rather.
Which one are you taking them to? Which charity shop are you going to?
I'll drive you there.
Yeah, I've men stood at every door.
Yeah, we've got to admit something that those prices are just there, like we say, as a punt.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
because
they are.
because they don't, because you pick a number out of the sky.
Yeah, because they don't know what
At the
they
end
want
of
for
the
them.
day, you know.
Yeah.
I've been chucked out of houses because I've been too low on them. You know,
Yeah.
before. You know. And I
But
thought my offer was quite high. I
Yeah,
thought,
I was going to go water for
Yeah. I think it's fair to say we are fair with our prices.
Oh,
though.
big time.
Yeah,
Prices
we do make a joke out of it because most of the times it is people bringing in records that are
That are
Jim
rubbish.
Reeves, and it's just
They're
like
rubbish.
it's just like do you know
Shout
what?
out Jim Reeves, by the way. He gets a lot of stick on this. You know, absolutely perfectly good.
Yeah.
Just produced a lot of records.
Yeah.
that
Yeah, I
aren't
love a
worth
lot of albums.
Yeah.
How many greatest hits can you have?
Yeah.
How many best ofs are
Yeah,
there?
Greatest Hits Volume 16.
Yeah.
Platinum edition.
Yeah.
But no, we do offer a good. I think we do offer a good price, and we're honest with people.
No, absolutely.
Yeah,
I'll be the first to admit we're having a laugh on 3 of the occasions there.
Yeah.
But the rest of the time.
How many people? You get 3 people an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We have at least, I say we have at least 7 to 10 people a week bringing records in.
it's
don't we?
it's
relentless. People bringing
More than
records
that.
in.
I've been in here for an hour and you've had four different boxes come through.
Yeah. But it's only when somebody comes in with like rare 90s stuff when it's like, okay,
Right.
Yeah,
Now
this
let's
is-
talk money.
let's talk money because you got some good
Yeah,
stuff.
you ain't
here.
walking out
and
with
I'm
these.
gonna admit
Yeah.
that you've got good stuff here. I'm not gonna try and
Yeah.
take.
Oh, that brings me on to another story.
Yeah, go on.
I think, bloke comes in with his Jim Reeves
Yeah,
and the rest of
Ken
it.
Dodd. Boney M. That's another, isn't it?
Boney M,
got
Boney
loads.
M. Yeah, another greatest hits volume 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're flicking through this box, and Elvis. What is it? I can't remember.
He walked beside me.
He walks beside me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pulls out and goes, "If I Can Dream, unreleased version."
Alternate
You mind
take.
It just said unreleased version.
Yeah.
You mind if we play that? I'm stood in the corner shaking, thinking, flip out, got a buzz to catch. Yeah. You know what I mean? Sat there thinking, how am I getting home? Yeah. And then put it on, and we just sit there in silence, sweat pouring off us two, because it's we're in this song raw as you can for the first time. The bloke in the corner thinking,
And he's still
I'm gonna
alright.
be
I just want a fiver for the box.
yeah. The bloke in the corner thinking like,
Yeah.
can't see him giving me any money
guys?
now. Yeah. And I just remember he said, look, you said the experience we've had from listening to that song, and how it all played out, so I'll give you 40 quid for the box. And he was made up. He couldn't believe his luck at 40 quid for the box. And box went on air, and we went, well, that was magic, wasn't it? He walked out, and I went, how much you want for that outfit? Straight away.
It's 40 quid.
Yeah, £41. And that was just another
Class, isn't
another
it?
great story.
Yeah.
Well,
of,
Tom,
Then it was played on Radio 2, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Put it in the group chat.
It's like,
Put Radio 2 on now.
Driving across car seats like that.
Yeah.
Get it on.
Little serendipitous moments like that. Then you are there. You think, well, I was in Rockabuy Records at the right place at the right time, and it was just.
I'd have never have heard that. I've never seen that record since.
Well, neither have I. It's been on the counter.
You still got it?
I've got another copy of it.
What are we doing here? Anyway, see you next week. Thanks for that. These are my favourite people and all that. Let's get beyond that.
Listen to If I Could Dream. Absolutely. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, good. Yeah, that's good stuff. Yeah. I enjoyed that. It's,
I'm sure we've still got loads
I wasn't
of
really
stories.
cutting it off.
No. We're I think we're at our time limit anyway. We're coming up to an hour, so
blimey.
we're
Christ,
Talking
really?
rubbish for an
Talking
hour.
rubbish for an hour.
Couldn't tell you what we spoke about.
yeah.
I can't wait to listen back.
Yeah.
Like a
I'll be
brand
sat
new
there
episode.
like, yeah. Be like, wow.
Yeah.
They did what to the Electric Ladyland? What a finale.
Oh, amazing.
And the new T-shirts will say, make it a winner.
Make it one.
Make it a wanna, yeah. Coming soon. Coming soon.
Make it one. You got a deal.
Oh, God.
The new T-shirt, make it a winner.
Brilliant.
Oh, dear.
Well, thank you very much, gents. Thank you for joining us again this week. It's been a good, fun episode of storytelling and stuff. And if you've got any of your own stories that you've had in the past of records or horror stories or bargains that you picked up at record shops, we'd love to hear them. Put them in the comments on our post on Facebook or whatever. Or come and see us in the shop. We love stories like that, and we talk about it all day, stuff like this, don't we? Yeah. And so yeah, it's good. It's good fun. It's good fun. If you want to support us a little bit more, as I said, you can follow us on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok, that kind of thing. If you are local or if you want to visit our shop, we're based in Oakham. We've got tons and tons of records, thousands in here. Everything from Jim Reeves all the way to Elvis to Billie Eilish to Taylor Swift.
back down to Jim Reeves.
Yeah. We love Jim Reeves in the shop. We've got so much of his back catalogue. Absolutely. Yeah, it's
Can't move for it.
I was going to say.
I buy myself a drink every time I sell a Jim Reeves album.
Yeah. Been sober for how long?
Yeah, absolutely.
Lovely. Well, thank you very much again, gents. Chris, Tom, Dad.
Cheers, Dad.
And
Thank you.
we will catch you guys on the next one. Cheers.
Bye bye.